Hey everyone! I'm so excited. I hope you recognize this beautiful face, Miss Jess Wise. We're still all boss ladies, but we started a group and it's called the Boss Ladies, and we had it going for now, what, 2 years? Is it
Yep,
coming up on 2 years?
pretty much, yep.
Oh, 2 years, that's crazy. And me and Jess met through the business, obviously, and we connected over it was a Zoom within our business meeting, and I saw her. She got called on and she told her story. And I'm like bawling my eyes out when she's bawling her eyes out. And I'm like, I have to reach out to this girl. So I reached out to her and I was like, your story resonated with me so much. Like, basically, I want to be your friend. And we've been friends ever since that. And then it kind of evolved. We started the business page and then we just got closer and closer. And most recently, Jess has had a lot of success in the business, and I really wanted to get her on here and, have her share her story and tell us what exactly has changed for her, and, just tidbits of information, because everybody's story in this business is completely different. And I really want to share that with everybody. So, Miss Jess, what were you doing before you found out about this business, and what's your backstory?
For sure, I will jump all into that. And April Cole, you forgot to say we met up in person in Vegas last
Oh yeah.
year. Guys, I cried when I met her. It was just such overwhelming emotions of such a beautiful friendship that had been going for already a year to then get to meet in person was like, I just cried. Like,
Yeah.
okay. So what got me started, where my life was at. This whole story, guys, started a couple of years ago because the place that I was at in my life then was I was working in a government job in my small rural community in southwestern Ontario, Canada. And everyone told me this job was the best of the best because it was a government job. It had great pay, lots of vacation days, lots of sick days if I needed them, and it would have a pension one day when I would retire. So yeah, everyone's like, you're set for life. You'll never find anything better. But the problem was I was so miserable in that job. I was so unhappy. I was so unfulfilled in the work I was doing. It was so mundane. Like I was honestly going to bed every night dreading waking up the next morning because I knew I had to go back to this job again. It was a dark place, honestly. There was just so much negativity, like overwhelmed, just so unhappy in the thing that I spent 40 hours of every week doing, which really then spilled over into other areas of my life. I was trying to make positive improvements in the workplace, meeting with managers, doing all this stuff, and it wasn't improving. It was actually only getting worse. My coworkers were getting more and more frustrated, more and more negative as well. And they all just kept saying to me, Jess, just suck it up and count down your days to retirement. And I was like, nope, I can't do that till I'm 65. There has got to be a better way. And I started searching a couple years ago. Like I started searching. I knew there had to be something else out there. So yeah, that's the place that I was at. And what changed it all was a Facebook post that I saw. It was from a friend of mine who I had met 15 years earlier. And I had been watching her posts for a while. Like they were catching my attention. But one post in particular, well, I'm so miserable in this job. I see this post and it's this girl traveling the world, making incredible money online. But more than that, I saw so much joy in her, so much fulfillment in her life, the work that she was doing, how she was helping others. She had all this time freedom to go travel and raise her kids. Like I wanted her life so bad. And I reached out to her and was like, what are you doing? Can you please tell me more? And the information that she shared with me was everything that I had been searching for. It was actually more than what I was searching for. It blew my mind. And that was it. I drew a line in the sand. I quit my job. I jumped all in and I have never looked back.
Oh, that's so beautiful, Jess, honestly. And it's such a similar story to mine. And the fact that there are so many people out there stuck in their miserable jobs, but
Yep.
not knowing that there's other opportunities out there that
Yep.
don't involve replacing a horrible job with another horrible job.
I know.
And
Yep.
it takes the tiny thought of there has to be something better out there. And
Yep.
then things will click, you'll start seeing more things. It's energy. Everything is energy, and that comes around full circle.
So true. Hmm.
All right. So, why did you get started with this business model?
Because I had become really clear on what I wanted during that time that I was so miserable in my job. I started thinking about like, what do I actually want my life to look like? Because you know what? We always get asked that question when we're little of what do you want to be when you grow up? But that just leads us to jobs and careers. We never get asked
Mm.
the question of what kind of life do you want to live? What kind of lifestyle do you want to have? And I started asking myself these questions and thinking about that. And I got really clear on what I wanted and what I didn't want. The first thing was I knew I wanted a business. I was done having a boss, working different jobs. Like I had always tried to advance myself in different jobs in my career, but it was always like this with managers because
Mm.
I am so much more about the people than the corporation or than the business. Like I love efficiency, I love valuing staff and all that, and I just wasn't seeing that anywhere. And I was like, a job is not the solution for me. I need a business. But I didn't know what kind of business. I actually thought maybe my husband and I would start like a cleaning, maintenance business, something like that. But then I'm like, do I really love cleaning that much? Like, I don't think I couldn't do that full time. So, and I was like, and then we're tied down to this business that we start. Like,
Right.
that didn't really fit. But I had no prior business experience. I didn't have any of those kind of skills. I didn't really know where to start. But I knew I wanted something business related. I also really wanted something that I could do together with my husband because I was really sick of both of us going in opposite directions Monday to Friday in our different jobs. And then in the evenings, we had sports and things with the kids, activities, meetings, all of that. Like we never saw each other. So I was like, I want something where he and I can be building something together. I also wanted something I could do from home because I'm like, what we're spending in rent every month is our biggest financial bill. And yet I'm never here to enjoy the thing that I'm
Right.
spending so much money on. So I knew I wanted something I could do from home. I also knew what I didn't want. And I had seen a lot of people in online businesses posting products all the time, reaching out to friends and family. And while a lot of the products I loved and I had purchased and still purchase to this day, I knew I didn't want that kind of business because I'm like, I'm seeing everyone doing the same thing, selling the same stuff. That is not what I'm interested in. And the last thing that I kept telling myself was I was born to live a retired lifestyle. It was like I kept saying this like my mantra, like I was born to live a retired lifestyle. And to me it didn't mean just laying on the couch all day every day watching Netflix. It just meant being in charge of my schedule, spending my days as I choose, variety, flexibility. If I want to work, I'm going to work. If I don't want to go on an adventure, I can do that too. Those were the things that I got so clear on of what I was looking for so that once I saw it, like once this girl shared more information with me and it ticked every single box, I was like, this is it. I've never seen anything like this. There is definitely nothing better. Like this is what I've been searching for. This is what I've been praying for. Like this is it. So that is what made me jump into this business model because it was, yeah, I had got so clear on what I wanted and this just ticked every box.
Oh, I love what you said. Honestly, for me, it's that you don't have to push products and
Yes.
you get to literally truly be who you are.
Yeah.
And that's like the highest vibration of happy. You're not
Yes.
forced to do anything you don't want to do, and you're always going to be happy. And you just keep promoting in that same energy.
I know. It really is true that we get paid to be ourselves. Like you said,
Yeah.
we're not promoting like we're not blasting our socials with products and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, you can go look at my wall, anybody can, and it's me. I'm just sharing myself, my life, anything that's like inspiring or motivational, educational, like any of that kind of stuff. And I'm getting paid really, really well completely to be myself.
Yes. Oh, so beautiful. That's it's so beautiful. So, what have you seen so far in your journey, and how has it changed your life?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, It has completely changed my life. Everything in my life has changed and improved. The number one thing that I wanted was I just wanted to enjoy the work that I was doing. I wanted to be fulfilled in work and in life. I wanted to look forward to every day. And while I've had so many successes, nothing compares to that because when you're going to bed every night dreading waking up the next morning, to then be in a place of going, I can't wait to go to bed because the sooner I fall asleep, it means I get to wake up and do all these exciting things the next day. That is night and day difference. And that happens so fast. My mindset improving, being actually like forward focused, growth focused, building a better future to myself, that wasn't even a concept in my mind in my government job. It was just you're working for the weekends. Like that was it. There was nothing where I was thinking about the future. I wasn't building a better life. I was going nowhere fast. Like I wasn't even living then. I was existing. I honestly was just existing. So that is the number one thing that has changed and improved in my life since jumping in here. I'm so much happier. I mean, I was in a bad, I would say a bad mental place then because it was on my mind so much. I was so frustrated. I was so overworked in that job. And that took a toll on me physically. My heart was racing all the time. I was so anxious, so overwhelmed. That mental and physical toll in that job, like I don't have any of those stresses anymore. Mentally, I'm in such a better place, physically as well. What else? I've been able to travel a lot more. That has been the biggest blessing. You know what? My relationships have really improved as well because, like I said before, like 40 hours of every week was in misery, honestly. And that 40 hours was spilling over into the parts of my life that were good. My marriage was good, but I knew my husband wasn't getting the best version of me because I was so unhappy and dreading going back to this job so much. So, all of the relationships around me have been able to improve because I have been able to improve. Like, I am in a better place now. Financially, it has been the biggest blessing. Initially, when I started, it didn't take very long before I was having multiple 5K days, multiple 10K days, 20K week, 30K month. And that was like the best of the best at that time. I was like, I can't believe this. Like, I'm making more money than I did in that best of the best government job. But then it kept growing from there. So recently I had a $39,000 day, a $75,000 month, over $200,000 in sales in 2 months. The money is coming in. And like the thing is, it's not about the money, it's about what that money is funding. So, what it is able to do for me and my husband, for our family, for our community. We've been able to pay off all of our debts. We're now investing into other income streams. So, we've got even more, like we're diversifying our income even more. So, we've got more income and passive income, all of this coming in different days, different weeks. It's all coming in from different sources. Like I said, we've been able to travel more. I personally love business class flights. That's if you ask me, why not? What else have we been able to do? So financially, this announcement will be coming out very, very soon. But financially, I have been able to retire him from his job. He does love his job though, and he chooses to work. And that's okay because the thing is, like, that's the beauty that this income is giving us is choice. And knowing that if something were to happen to him, if he got injured or if his workplace shut down, it would be okay. Like we wouldn't be screwed. Financially, my online income would more than support us. And so he has that choice where he enjoys his job. He wants to go to work. When he sees me traveling more and he doesn't need to work, well, he's going to change his mind probably pretty soon. What else have we done? We're currently in the process of purchasing our dream property. Um, yeah, it's I'm so excited about that. And other than the money, what the money has been able to fund for us, it's also the time that we have been able to give back more. So I do a lot of volunteering in my community. Philanthropy is a big part of my heart. I've been able to personally fund a community baseball league in my community that is a free event now for everybody all through every summer because of this business. I could go on and on. It has completely changed everything. And you know what? It hasn't taken that long. When you think of the grand scheme of things with which what was going to be my reality working till I was 65, you know, if it takes a few months or a few years, what is a few years compared to the alternative? It's nothing. And who you become in the process of those years while your income is increasing, while your time is freeing up, you can't put a price tag on that. Like the person I am today compared to who I was just a few years ago, night and day difference. And yeah, everything's changed and improved. Best decision.
Yes. Oh, Jess, I love you. You're so beautiful. You're a beautiful soul. And everything you just said just warmed my heart. But I just want to touch on one thing so that everybody kind of puts it into a team. She did not mention that the finance has changed her life. That was towards the end that she mentioned that. So a lot of people join this business for the finance. Yes, we all join because we want to make more money. But when you start making that money, you start realizing that you need to invest it back into your business. You need to invest it into yourself. You need to invest it into different avenues. It becomes more of your actual self, like self-development and growing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself so that you can help people become the best version of themselves. And that's my favorite part about the business because I know that this has been a super large self-development journey for myself. And I know once I'm I'm at that certain point of the self-development journey is when I'm going to be able to help everybody else reach this level, because you can't help somebody if you're still down in the dumps.
Yeah.
You have to be able to rise above and be able to be the best version of yourself. So I just wanted to touch on that because it's so beautiful that you said it like that.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. And so what are your let's see, what is your vision for the next 2 years and then the 5 years?
Okay, so within the next couple of years, my husband and I definitely will be on our dream property. I also want to build our dream house, but I don't know if that will be in the next 2 years. That will be in time in like the coming years as well. But I've got all the plans already figured out in my mind. Definitely within the next couple years, a lot more traveling. I plan to be on a trip at least every other month. I love that I can run my business from anywhere, my phone or my laptop. Like I'll just book a resort that's got good Wi-Fi. That's the only thing that I need. So yeah, definitely traveling to somewhere else every other month will be in the very near future. What else do I plan in the next couple of years? There are more things that I'm wanting to invest into in our community. I actually was talking to the municipality where I live with the place that
Mhm.
I sponsor the baseball diamond, like that sort of thing. I sponsor the baseball league. I talked to them about the baseball diamond and I said, hey, can we make a plan to do some renovations here? I would like to make a large donation towards that. Like that is so important to me that long
Mhm.
after I'm gone, here's this beautiful ball field that I don't know if maybe there'll be a plaque or something with my name or something, but knowing that like for decades, maybe centuries to come, people are getting to enjoy this sport together, like building relationships, all
Mhm.
of that, and that I got to play a part in creating that for people. Like that's part of my legacy, right? Like I'm leaving that long after I'm gone, so I'm really excited to be a part of that. What else in the next couple of years? Helping a lot more people is the main thing. Like I'm here to change people's lives. This has changed my life. I'm living proof of it, and I'm excited to help more people experience that as well. In the next 5 years, by then I definitely want to have built our dream house. What else
Yay.
in the next 5 years? I'll still be doing lots of traveling. I'm thinking income wise, like if with what I've been able to make already, like what that would be in 5 years from now. I can't even imagine that number. I'll
Cute.
probably, for sure, I'll be a millionaire by then. I definitely
Oh yeah.
will. So what that will be able to do, I want to sponsor more people to send them to college. So I went to college in Australia. Um, those are some of the best years of my life. I want to be able to fund for some more people to do that. I don't know. I'll donate to more things in my community. By then, my husband's kids will be. By then, they'll be early 20s. So maybe they'll be at the stage of wanting to purchase a home or something. So being able to fund those sort of things. It's hard to think like 5 years from now because things change so quick that I'll be doing probably a lot more in a lot shorter amount of time. But yeah, even what I can imagine, I know I'll be able to accomplish even greater than that, things that I can't even imagine. So it's all exciting.
Oh my God, Jess, I'm so excited for you. I'm visiting Canada and I'm visiting this ballpark and pretending that I know how to play baseball.
I love it. We say it's any age, any ability. Like if you're brand new, you won't be the worst. I promise you.
That's great. I love that. So obviously you can tell how our community is by how me and Jess have a really good relationship, but what is your take on how our community runs? And have you seen others succeed in this business and have time freedom?
Oh yeah, like we're seeing that all the time in our Facebook group. People all the time who are getting started for different goals. You know, some of them want out of a very unhappy job that they're in, like I was in. Some of them want to stay home with their kids. Some of them want to retire their spouse. Some of them want to travel. Like people are starting for all different reasons, but finding the solution in the same place. And I'm seeing this day after day, week after week, month after month. These goals are being accomplished. Some of them, like I said, like it's so quick. And for some people, it does take a few years. But again, like what's a few years? It's nothing. Um, so people, yeah, I'm seeing amazing results all the time, like incredible financial wins, incredible life achievements and like milestones people are achieving. But the community and how I've felt in this place, like when I first joined our online, well, I'd say our Facebook group and started to know the community in there, I felt so cared for. I have
Mhm.
been part of this community through some really, really hard times in my life, losing my dad. What else? resigning from a part-time job that I had very briefly that I really, really was passionate about that went that was like turned out really terrible and that really affected me. What else? There was a lot of other loss in my life. This community has held me through all of that. It's been so supportive. I have felt like I honestly feel like this is my family. And I do have some wonderful family members. I've got some other family members that I'm like, no, my online family is I'm much closer with them. Our community is so supportive, so encouraging. There is no competition. We're all winning. Like there's more than enough abundance to go around. There's more than enough money to go around. There's more than enough wins and successes to go around. We are all cheering each other on. We are all supporting each other in whatever our goals are. Yeah, the support, the encouragement. You guys, like you, the other boss ladies, our close friendship, I would be lost without you guys.
No.
I can't say enough of our community. My only experience coming into this space prior was coworkers and negative coworkers complaining all day, every day. It is so different here. It is so different. It is so much better. I will never leave because it's the best of the best.
Oh, girl, right on my heartstrings. And it's so true. Like from my perspective and my like life situation, I always had from bosses to I don't speak to my real mother to girl besties that shit on me and weren't good people to me. I've always had bad relationships with women in my life. And since finding this community and building the relationships that I have with all these women and having the full on support, it's opened me up to be able to be a better version of myself because I am fully supported and I can trust these people 1000%.
Yep.
And like Jess said, we have a group chat and we are talking to each other every single day. I don't even talk to my best friend every single day, but I definitely talk to my work besties every single day, waking morning till the late night. And that's the type of support that I never even expected and realized that was out there until I started this business and found this community. So just wanted to touch on that for a minute. And I have one last question. So what would you say to anybody who's on the fence, who's been watching for, the 2 years that I've been in the business and they really want to jump in, but they are doing the teetering? What would you say to them?
Yeah. So what I would say, my best piece of advice comes in the form of my biggest regret. And that's that I didn't reach out and ask for more info sooner. Because like I said, I was watching that girl's Facebook post for a while. I was watching, wishing, waiting, wanting her life. And the only place that got me was nowhere fast. That got me going backwards, actually, because I was more frustrated in my job, more unhappy. Like I was in more stress that I could have completely avoided if I had just reached out to her when I first saw her posts. And I can't go back and change the past. I'm grateful for my journey. I'm grateful for the story and where I am today, but I can use my personal experience as advice to say, it is not worth it to wait. If you only knew how good your life is about to get on the other side of just reaching out and asking for more info, you would be racing to Messenger. You would be like, Amber Nicole, like, give me the info. Because I'm telling you guys, from where I was just a couple years ago to where I am now, everything has completely changed, completely improved. And it all hinged on reaching out, asking for more information. It has completely changed my life. And that is the reality for every single person who learns about it, gets going, and gets heading in the direction of their future. So my best advice, reach out to Amber Nicole. Like I'm telling you, it will be the greatest decision of your life. I can tell you that from personal experience. And it's so unbelievably worth it. Don't waste your life away. Don't exist. Actually live, get moving, get going in the direction of the future you want, and it'll be your reality before you know it.
Woo! Nailed it. Oh my goodness. It's so true. Like the starting as soon as you see something, like the people that just watch and wonder, and a year passes, 2 years pass, and the same people that have been watching me since I started are still watching. And every once in a while I'll get comments and questions, and it's like, don't just dibble dabble, like just full force go in, because once you really dive into something and truly see what it truly is, that's when you truly get to experience what we're experiencing. And we really want to share that with everybody because that's what our heart and souls all desire for everyone.
Yep.
So thank you so much, Jess. I really appreciate you hopping on, and I'm so glad we got to chit chat.
No, me too. Big hugs. And I can't wait till the next time we hang out in person.
I know, and we definitely need to see Mr. Jason and go to dinner because our last dinner together was so amazing. It was so fun. I
That was
cherish that.
the best food that I
Oh,
have ever had. Like, I am craving that prime rib. Oh, so good.
I know. I was like, I don't know if I want to try it or not. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
We've got lots more of those in our future.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, girl. Thank you.
No problem. See ya.
Bye.